Good afternoon and welcome to the South Central Regional Library. I'm Jim Blanton, the director of the Louisville Free Public Library, and we are so excited to once again host the kickoff for the Mayor's Cultural Pass program. This is entering its 5th summer now. The library is proud to serve as the home base for the program as it's the perfect complement to our summer reading program. The Mayor's Cultural Pass program and summer reading combined represent a dynamic set of opportunities for our children to stay active in reading and learning throughout the summer months. Before we begin, I'd also like to say how excited we are to hold this kickoff here at the South Central Regional Library as we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. South Central has quickly become a vibrant community hub where citizens can obtain a wealth of resources, attend a variety of programming, and just spend time relaxing and enjoying this amazing space. I also want to recognize the amazing staff here at South Central who have made this first year such a fantastic success. With regard to programming in particular, I'd like to recognize Councilwoman Madonna Flood, who's here today. Through her support of South Central's Collider Artist in Residence program, we're able to provide special studio space within the library, which allows talented local artists to create on-site and interact with the public. Through this program, patrons can learn about different forms of art and can participate in special workshops, all for free. So far, we've welcomed ballet dancers, sound designers, podcasters, glass artists, painters, and authors, to name but a few. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Flood, for making this all possible. Making free arts and learning experiences possible and extending these opportunities throughout our city is a focus that is not just important to the library, but to a number of engaged community partners. And leading the charge is our mayor, who in addition to being a library champion, has made lifelong learning one of his top priorities. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Greg Fisher.
All right, well, welcome everybody to the beautiful South Central Library. It's like a dream come true when you drive up to our new regional libraries and just say, you know, look what we have done here together. And Councilwoman Flood, on this one right here, you've been leading for years on stuff like this. This is her library, and you look pretty proud. Great job. Great job. So this has been a huge hit here, Southwest, here, and then we're opening the Northeast Regional Library next year as well. So we'll have completed our regional library plan when that's has taken place. So that's a great accomplishment here for our city, and certainly a testament to the value of learning each and every day. Did anybody know today is the first day of summer vacation for Jefferson County Public Schools? Are you guys aware of that here? Okay, just curious if you knew about that. And yesterday I was at Semple Elementary when school was being let out. It's the first time I'd done something like that. It was really interesting. The 5th graders, who of course are moving on to middle school, about half of them were really smiling ear to ear, and the other half were crying because, you know, they were sad that school was letting out, and the others were kind of happy. But so we're definitely at a transition point here, and it is a day of concern, certainly for many parents, because they're looking at the calendar right now and they see 75 days, you know, of what are we going to do here during the summertime. And my wife and I raised 4 kids, so I can certainly appreciate that as well. But that's a question that we ask ourselves as a city, because we know if our young citizen leaders here are not busy during the summer, there's going to be some negative impacts from that. Specifically, research tells us that summer learning loss is real. According to studies cited by the Brookings Institution, students' achievement scores declined over summer vacation by 1 month's worth of school year learning. We don't want that to happen, do we? No, not at all. So is the fact that other studies show the impact of summer learning loss is often greater on families with limited resources and often impacts children of color more negatively as well. Is that fair? No. Got to deal with that too. And then summer learning loss forces teachers to spend precious class time reviewing material, which puts students, especially those already struggling, even further behind. So that affects everybody in the community, because we know today's students are tomorrow's working professionals, and the more educated our workers, the more competitive we are as a city, the stronger our economy, and right now our economy is really booming in the city. So helping kids and parents manage out of school time is going to help us keep making our city stronger as well. So we put our money where our mouth is, or I should say we put your money where our mouth is in terms of citizens' money. We're proposing with our council budget right now to invest $150,000 in the Blocks program, which works with JCPS, the great JCPS, and other partners to provide families with better options for out-of-school time activities. That's also why we created our summer reading program at our Louisville Free Public Libraries. Last year, it's a big number, summer reading reached nearly 50,000 children and teens in the metro area. 50,000. It's great. And so this is presented by the Library Foundation. It's a free 10-week program which offers prizes and incentives to encourage kids, from newborns up to 12th grade, to read or be read to and have fun over the summer. This year's theme is Join the Louisville Free Public Library's STEAM team, and there will be lots of free programs and activities geared towards science, technology, engineering, art, and math this summer. I see Joe Haas over here from the Kentucky Science Center. What do you have to say about STEAM here, Joe Haas? That's right. And you guys do it better than anybody else at our Science Center. We appreciate you guys. Now, the summer reading program starts today, June the 1st, and you can register online at lfpl.org/summerreading or stop by any branch of the Louisville Free Public Library and pick up a form. While there, be sure to register and pick up your, what do you think? First word, cultural. Second word, pass. That's right. Pick up your cultural pass. So they're available starting June 1st today. We are really proud of this program. So we're trying to think of a way as a city, how can we address the experience gap between children from families with different income levels? So some families are privileged. They can kind of do whatever they want to, whenever they want to. Other families don't have as many resources, but it's important for us as a city to make sure that all kids have these resources, and that was the idea behind the Cultural Pass. So as Jim said, this is our 5th year for the Cultural Pass program, which admits one child for free to one of our great area cultural attractions that you're going to be hearing more about in a second. If the child is under 16, one parent or guardian also gets in free to attractions like the Kentucky Derby Museum, the Fraser History Museum, the Little Loom House, and the Muhammad Ali Center. Just a side note on the Ali Center, today is the first of our 10-day I Am Ali Festival. So we're celebrating the champ's life. We do this every year about the time he passed away, and that is a fantastic thing going on at the Muhammad Ali Center, so be sure to check that out. And we have a huge amount of cultural activities happening throughout the summer. If you say you are bored and there is nothing to do, I'm going to check to see if you are reading, because there are a lot of things that are happening in the summer. So our Cultural Pass really helps kids and families experience all of these activities going on. And is Nat Irvin here? Nat Irvin is a professor at the University of Louisville. He's a futurist. I'd like that to have that as your job. I am going to predict the future, and people are going to pay me to do that. So Nat Irvin was leading one of our teams when we put together something called Vision 2020. How should our city look? And Professor Irvin and his team said, let's create this thing called the Cultural Pass. And it has been one of the greatest hits that we've had from our community in terms of involvement and buy-in from our citizens. So I want to thank Nat Irvin. When you see him, be sure to say, Professor Nat, thanks for the Cultural Pass. All right? He's done a great job. And so now I'd like to ask Kristen Boone, President and CEO of the Fund for the Arts, to tell us more about what we can expect to see with the 2018 Cultural Pass. Kristen, what's happening?
Well, I'll tell you, we have a lot to celebrate this year. One thing that we're all excited about is this year we have a record number of venues participating. There are 46 different arts, culture, science, history organizations that are participating with us, and that's up from 38 last year and 29 the year before. So we're so excited to have so many. That means you all have lots to do this year, and I challenge you to meet everyone. The other thing that we're really excited about is just last year we had our biggest increase in the number of visits over the year before. We had 24% more visits last year than the year before. So that's a great start. But we know that with about 40,000 passes out, that's only a fraction of the number of kids in our community. So we want to make sure that this gets to so many. So if you are a family member, if you have kids, if you know kids, if you were a kid, get that cultural pass out into the hands of our children. My job today is to thank our partners, to thank our sponsors, to thank our libraries. So to start, I want to say thank you to Mayor Fisher, of course, for his support of the Cultural Pass from the very beginning. I want to say thank you to our Metro Council, to the mayors from our new counties, which I'll tell you about in just a minute, that are a part of that as well. Arts and Cultural Alliance was a part of creating this from the very beginning, and of course our Louisville Free Public Library. These are the partners that make this happen every year. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Our title sponsor is Churchill Downs, and have really been an important part of helping to elevate this program to get it into many more hands. So thank you to our presenting sponsor, Churchill Downs. Other longtime sponsors, the Geens Foundation. I see Barry Allen here. Thank you to the Geens Foundation, to the Owsley Brown Charitable Foundation. I want to say thank you to TARC. TARC has been one that is really helping us think about how do we break down the barriers around transportation. And so passes and innovative ways to use our bus system to be able to get kids where they need to be able to use these passes. In addition to that, one of the big stories this year and that we're super excited about is that we are expanding the Cultural Pass beyond Metro Louisville. So a number of years ago when this came out of Vision Louisville, it was created for the residents of Metro Louisville. But we know that we are all a regional community and that our families cross those borders and they cross the bridges every day. And so the opportunity to think about how do we take this to our friends and our families in Southern Indiana and in our surrounding counties. So this year there were a couple of key partners that stepped up. Out of Southern Indiana, Horseshoe Foundation of Floyd County, the Bales Foundation, as well as Duke Energy. Thank you to you all who are bringing that to our Southern Indiana families. And there's 2 libraries that also are taking on the role of distributing that, partnering with our Louisville Free Public Library. And that is the New Albany Floyd County Library and the Jeffersonville Township. So thank you all. In addition to that, this year we're in Bullitt County. And so with Bullitt County, we're thank you to Beam Suntory, who is helping to underwrite those passes for those children, and the Bullitt County Library as well. So those are the thank yous for the people that are helping to make it happen, but we know that the venues are the ones that are opening their doors, and Kim Baker with the Arts and Cultural Alliance is going to tell us a little bit more about those here in a few minutes. But I want to say this is a really special program. Cities across the country do not have this kind of access, and it is made possible because of those sponsors we mentioned, and because people like you all really want to make sure that arts are a part of the lives of all of our children, regardless of which neighborhood they live in and where they attend school, where their priorities are in after school. We know that having arts and culture as part of our lives enriches us every day. With that, I want to say thank you to Churchill Downs and invite Tanya Ablin up here to speak on behalf of our presenting sponsor, Churchill Downs. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you to the Fund for the Arts. Thank you, Mayor Fisher, for championing this cause from the very beginning. And thank you to all of our partners who make this program such a success. Churchill Downs is proud to continue to support one of our top charitable initiatives, which are arts and cultural opportunities that make our city more vibrant, that make it more educated, that make our city more creative, and ultimately more compassionate. And our community is so lucky to have a program like this that is one of the most unique in the entire country, that combats summer learning loss and unlocks the imagination for students all across our region. That is so special, and it's such a joy to be a part of. Thank you from Churchill Downs.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here today. My name is Kim Baker, and I'm the president and CEO of the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts, but I'm a volunteer as the chair of the Arts and Culture Alliance, which is a great deal of the organizations that support the Cultural Pass. We're proud to be a Cultural Pass partner and provide access to arts and culture for the youth in our community. As Mayor Fisher said, the pass is good for one time, general admission at each of the participating institutes from June 1st to August 11th. And if the child is under 16, one parent or guardian can accompany you free. With a cultural pass this summer, every child in Metro Louisville and our other participating counties can experience the excitement and the history of horse racing at the Kentucky Derby Museum, get moving by taking a class at the Fleur-de-Lis Academy,
You can study Shakespeare and be quietly, or you can charm the critics and have nothing to eat. Just slip on a banana, peel the words at your feet. Make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh.
spend a night under the stars with the Kentucky Shakespeare Festival in Central Park.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
Visit more than 1,200 of our animal friends at our Louisville Zoo. Experience true stories come to life at the Fraser Museum.
I'm from Louisville, and I travel with Lewis and Clark.
I made the same ride as Paul Revere at only 16 years old.
Enjoy a concert with the Louisville Youth Chorus.
We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home. For my old Kentucky home, far away.
And so much more, all for free, thanks to Churchill Downs, Metro Louisville, and the Fund for the Arts. We hope every family will take advantage of this amazing opportunity and keep kids learning and engaged this summer. And now I'll bring it back to Mayor Fisher, our mayor, to close us out. Thank you.
All right, great job, everybody. Looks like it's going to be a fun summer, huh? All right. So summer reading and the Cultural Pass are two great programs, and we're going to celebrate both of them on Saturday, June the 9th, with a free party at the main library from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. There will be family-friendly activities, performances, and crafts, and many of the agencies featured here today will be there: the Zoo, the Science Center, the Fraser History Museum, Kentucky Shakespeare, and many, many more. Now, in addition to summer reading and the Cultural Pass, our city has lots of other summer offerings, including in our parks and our community centers. So Ben Johnson from our Parks and Recs Department is going to tell us about those opportunities. Ben.
I'm so popular. Good afternoon. Ben Johnson, Parks and Rec, and I just want to say if anybody says there's nothing for kids to do, they either aren't paying attention or just totally unaware. In our department, we're excited to offer a number of traditional offerings as well as some new things this summer. We have traditional summer camps at 6 locations. For those families who do not want to commit to a 8-week program because you have other things that you're doing, maybe enjoying the Cultural Pass activities, we have open programming at 7 different locations where you don't have to commit to a week-to-week presence. We also are doing Reds Rookie Success, which is a decades-old partnership with the Reds out of Cincinnati to teach young people how to develop their character as well as learn baseball. We have free movies in 3 different locations: the Amphitheater, Creaston Park, the Prairie Park. We just have a lot of things to do, so we really are excited about this summer. And something else that we're doing this summer that we didn't do last summer, all of our community centers have extended hours this summer. We'll be open until 10 p.m., Monday through Thursday. Again, we have camps for the little ones, and 10 p.m., we're hoping we don't see them. We're geared more towards the teens. I have a team that's working right now trying to put together some teen programming and some things that we think will be exciting and interesting to the young people. So we just, again, want to tell everybody there's plenty to do. Call our office at 574-PARK. Follow us on social media so you'll know what we have going on. We're always excited about the Cultural Pass because so many of our young people participate in that program, and it helps them become not only lifelong learners, But the best thing about the cultural pass, besides the exposure to the venues, is that they are designed for the parents or guardians to go with the young people. And we can't beat spending that kind of time with our young people. So visit all the venues, visit all of our centers, and most importantly, have an exciting, safe, and educational summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Okay, there's more. Our Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods is offering lots of ways for teens to be productive and engaged this summer. Rashad Abdul-Rahman runs our Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods and is going to share even more good news with us. Rashad, come on up.
Hello, everybody. From what I understand, I am between y'all and fun, so I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible. So I can't emphasize enough how great a resource this Cultural Pass is. We want to be as supportive as possible to get folks connected to that. I do want to share a few events that are coming up in rapid succession that we are partnering with several awesome community partners to launch. One is the Youth Rights Conference that is being hosted at the Muhammad Ali Center on June 6th from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. At this conference, and it's for individuals between 8th and 12th grades, this conference will allow teens to have a chance to build leadership skills, network with other teen leaders, and have their voices heard during a series of interactive workshops. For more information, please call 502-992-5311 or email education@alicenter.org. On June 2nd, which that's tomorrow, we will also be partnering with the Moms Demand Action Against Gun Violence as well as the Louisville Urban League in support of Wear Orange Day. There will be a walk, a lunch, and a festival at Shepherd Park. That will be starting at 11:30 a.m. going until 3 p.m. There will be music, games, face painting, group exercises, and more at that event. In addition, we will continue to host family game nights at some of our local community centers in partnership with Parks and Recreation. We'll be doing a training on June 23rd that's open to the whole family from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. as well. We will be hosting this at the YMCA. If you have more questions, please call us at 502-574-1903. There's a ton of stuff going on. Join us on July 4th at Waterfront Park. We'll be there with a booth doing some fun games, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure we're helping keep folks busy this summer. So I'm excited. I know y'all are excited, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rashad. Okay, closing up here. But remember, the Louisville Zoo and the Kentucky Science Center plan many summer camps and events as well, which you can learn more about those online. So there's a lot going on. So as we look to the summer, I do want to say briefly a thank you to all of our educators, the administration of our public schools, our private schools, our parochial schools. We have 130,000 kids going to school every year. JCPS has 101,000 of them. So a lot of people put in a lot of hard work to support our kids here during this past school year. So let's make sure we give it up for our teachers and all the staff at our schools. Thank you. All right, folks, we got plenty of fun options here for the summer now. So summer reading program, let's all sign up for that starting today. Everybody needs to read something every day and enjoy reading. And then the Cultural Pass is just like having this great adventure for the next 75 days all throughout the community. It's just fun to go out and check out things that you have never seen before. I really want to thank all of the great funders that have helped put this together. And you guys have seen how this has created so much magic here in our community now. Cities from all over the country are trying to duplicate what we're doing. They can never have people as great as we have, but we're happy to share these ideas with them. So it's just a wonderful way to go out and see new things, learn new things, and meet new people. So everybody have a really great, fun, and safe summer. We'll see you out on the road. Thanks, everybody, for coming out.